Deep in the forest, a prehistoric earth lodge emerges. Survival expert Willard, clad in leather, greets visitor Mike at the entrance. Stepping inside, the guest marvels at the soil and timber structure, an impressive testament to ancient craftsmanship and human ingenuity. Inside the dim cabin, the narrative of human survival unfolds. These hominid skull replicas serve as crucial educational tools, bridging three distinct prehistoric epochs moving from biological origins to artistic expression. The Venus of Willendorf and carved reindeer bones stand as silent testaments to early human craftsmanship. The leather garments worn by Will are entirely self-made from deer skin, a testament to his enduring commitment. His ultimate goal extends beyond mere display. He seeks to construct a comprehensive blueprint for thriving in the untamed wilderness through practical application. Today's agenda shifts to the brutal butchering of a freshly hunted deer, a task overshadowed only by the chilling presence of a man-eating tiger's skull. This grim relic shot at the turn of the 20th century serves as a stark reminder of the lethal stakes inherent in ancient survival. This is a hand axe, and this is the type of tool that they were using thousands of years ago when they were booked down. It's called tabular floorstone. The reason being is it's like a great big flat sheet of flint. So that makes the whole journey quite safe. And as I progress into this, then I can go on to a second tool. This one here is that. That's a piece of deer antler. Striking the tabular floorstone, the survival expert initiates the raw process of tool creation. The initial fracture reveals high-quality flint within yet hidden internal cracks from the Ice Age, threaten to derail the precision. Work required for butchering. Undeterred by these geological imperfections, he extracts a minuscule but razor-sharp flake, proving that nature's sharpest edges often emerge from the most flawed stones. This small fragment demonstrates an edge so keen that nothing else can surpass its cutting potential. Adopting a universal Stone Age technique will shape simpler tools with precision. The flint's lethal edge prompts a direct challenge for Mike to replicate the ancient craft, acknowledging the severe hazard of flying. Silica shards, Mike secures a thick leather leg pad. Stepping into the dangerous reality of prehistoric manufacturing, the precise angle of the bevel dictates the creation of an edge sharper than any modern surgical steel. Among the debris lies a microlith, a splinter-sized fragment that ancient hunters utilized for complex projectile weaponry, showcasing a zero-waste survival philosophy. To refine the platform without shattering the core, the technique transitions from striking to abrading, grinding the stone until a fine dust signals the readiness for the final strike. We'll examine the abraded edge, assessing if it is strong enough to strike and cast a long flake. He uses a soft antler hammer to gently peel the translucent membrane from the deep red muscle. The stone blade glides through the venison loin with terrifying ease, maintaining its razor sharpness even after repeatedly scraping against the hard vertebral bone throughout the entire butchery process. The sheer versatility of this primitive tool extends far beyond a single hunt. This ancient ethos of honoring every part of the prey embodies a profound respect for the animal's sacrifice, standing in stark contrast to the modern disconnect from natural food sources. Transitioning from butchery to culinary preparation, a generous block of butter melts slowly in the heavy black cast iron pan suspended over the roaring Petromax firebridge system above. The violent sizzling of venison hitting hot fat creates an intoxicating sensory experience for both men as they celebrate the seasonal bounty of chestnuts, berries, and fungi. They share a meal that transcends mere sustenance to become a ritual of gratitude. Savoring the first bite with closed eyes, the guest realizes that stripping away modern seasonings reveals the pure, unadulterated essence of nature. This simple act forges an unbreakable bond with the wild, proving that true culinary satisfaction comes from respecting the original honest flavors provided by the earth itself in its most natural state. Questioning the authenticity of this primitive lifestyle, the guest probes whether this earth lodge is a permanent residence. The survival expert's daily routine is not a mere theatrical performance, but a healthy, positive addiction that grounds his entire existence in the soil. Walking into this seemingly natural forest clearing, the visitor senses an ancient, undisturbed energy that predates modern civilization. Will reveals the geological secret of Breckland, preparing to share a mind-blowing fact. The hilltop yielded fossil evidence of mammoths, rhinos, and hippos alongside ancient hand axes that rewrite local history. Confronted with this staggering paleontological heritage, Mike feels a profound resonance, as if the Earth Lodge was destined to be built upon this cradle of prehistoric giants. Seeking a new physical challenge, the guest proposes testing a traditional yew longbow. Having never drawn such a formidable weapon, he steps onto the forest range under the master's watchful eye. The massive draw weight immediately tests his physical limits. His arms trembling as he struggles to anchor the heavy string against the sheer mechanical resistance of the ancient wood. Oh, you top. The target, but it didn't get the gold. Previous one, I'm pulling left, slightly looking at all of those.
Yeah. Yay! Nice! Cool.
Look at that.
We're not faking it here. He genuinely has. On every arrow to bend. Pretty much the same. We call that the archer's paradox, so that it weaves over the central line as. Well, thank you very much for that short. Insight into archery. I was just speaking to, we're actually saying that maybe down the line we might come back, I'll come back, and do a video. Be great too. To take in. I'm right in the thick of it. I've got the first one I built, and it's a bit like going into Jurassic Park to a place where no one's been for you. For you. We've got to do that, haven't we? You want to see that course I do. Let's do it, right? Navigating the remnants of an old gravel quarry, the duo finds the forest floor littered with abundant flint. Pausing to forage, the survival expert harvests nettle flowers, offering a crunchy, nutty snack that proves the wilderness provides both tools and immediate sustenance. Further along the slope, a dense patch of goosegrass is identified not just as vegetation, but as a critical tinder resource for igniting survival fires. The dry fibers are carefully pulled from the bank, ready to serve as the perfect kindling for warmth. Securing the dried goosegrass for future use, the expedition pushes deeper into the uncharted wilderness. Arriving at a majestic silver birch, the expert examines its bark and the various bracket fungi, including amadou and chaga, growing upon its trunk. These parasitic growths are not mere forest decay, but highly prized medicinal and fire-starting materials, with the birch bark itself serving as the ultimate combustible resource. Selecting a mature nettle plant, the craftsman performs a botanical sacrifice to extract its hidden fibrous potential. Snapping the hollow stem reveals a rush of clear water, demonstrating the plant's dual purpose as both hydration source and raw material for cordage. Peeling back the outer layer, he initiates the ancient thigh roll technique, rapidly twisting the extracted fibers against his leg to bind them into a continuous high-tension cord. The friction of thigh rolling locks fibers together, transforming fragile plant matter into a remarkably strong rope. In the unforgiving deep woods, mastering such botanical resources is not a hobby, but a vital alliance with nature's toolkit for survival. Shifting focus to the damp ground will identify soft rush, a humble grass that ancient populations utilized as a multi-purpose survival implement. Extracting the spongy white pith from the soft rush, the craftsman creates a perfect slow-burning wick for primitive candles. By bending the remaining grass stems, he constructs a hollow tube designed to steam cook meat directly in the embers, showcasing the ingenious thermal engineering of early humans. Meanwhile, the stripped willow bark nearby reveals another layer of ecological wisdom as red deer intentionally consume its medicinal properties to treat internal parasites. They're getting a lot, Zelda. Oh, love this tree. It looks dead. So, and what you have here is you have jelly-eared fungus. Just like an arrow, in fact. Look at this. It's comfortable. That's so well hidden. Stepping into the hidden earth lodge, the whitewashed walls are adorned with ancient black spirals evoke a profound, almost spiritual atmosphere. The host reflects on this unique energy, unsure if it was brought by human presence or inherently woven into the land itself. Blurring the line between shelter and sanctuary outside, the sheer scale of a gigantic ancient silver birch defies botanical norms before the focus returns to the meticulous task of striking a thicker flint core for arrowhead production. The success of the entire knapping process hinges entirely on the preparation of the striking platform. Willard emphasizes that an incorrect platform guarantees failure with a decisive blow. He detaches a perfect thick flake, setting the stage for a classic Bronze Age barbed and tang arrowhead, a design optimized for maximum tissue damage. To achieve the intricate shaping required for this lethal projectile, the craftsman transitions to a copper-tipped pressure flacker. This advanced tool favored by ancient artisans significantly accelerates the refinement process. The translucent flake scars left on the stone's surface are not mere byproducts, but a visual signature of the artisan's supreme skill. This level of craftsmanship echoes the burial of the Amesbury archer, who was interred with 17 such exquisite arrowheads, signifying immense social status and wealth. Despite encountering a frustrating hinge fracture that interrupts the flake's path, the expert persists, knowing that mastering such advanced weaponry was the ultimate game-changer for any prehistoric tribe. Notching the delicate base of the arrowhead enters the most perilous phase of the craft. Blowing away the residual stone dust, the craftsman reveals a perfectly symmetrical, deeply grooved Bronze Age-style knapped flint arrowhead, a masterpiece of prehistoric engineering recognizing the profound connection forged through this shared ordeal. He presents the lethal artifact to his guest as a permanent token of their wilderness apprenticeship. The finished arrowhead is secured to the shaft using pine resin, a primitive adhesive that requires only a brief exposure to fire to melt and recalibrate the bond, while the fragile stone tip will likely obliterate upon impacting a target. Its ability to deliver a fatal aerodynamic strike fulfills its ultimate design purpose without fail. As the practical demonstration concludes, the guest expresses deep gratitude for this immersive journey into the lost technologies of human survival. But I've really enjoyed that going here. You can fail. Technology, can you? It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. You just get lost in it. We've been here for hours just walking around the woods and taking it all in. It's been a really... Right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. As I said, links are in the description below. And we will see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.